Xonimlar va janoblar, aziz mehmonlar, tantanali tadbirimiz boshlanmoqda. Barchangizdan o'z joylaringizni egallashingizni iltimos qilamiz. Дамы и господа, мы начинаем торжественную церемонию открытия и просим всех занять свои места. Ladies and gentlemen, the opening ceremony of the fair is about to start. We kindly ask you to take your seats.
The Silk Road is not just an ancient road, but a living tapestry where the histories of peoples, cultures, and traditions have intertwined for centuries. The sands of
Cho'llarning qumlari, cheksiz osmondagi yulduzlar va karvonlarning soyalari
an exchange of wisdom and artistry, and the road itself, a bridge between East and West. Uzbekistan, at the heart of this great pass, has always been a link between worlds. Cities like Samarkand, Bukhara, Khiva, and Tashkent be the mark of ancient history, where cultures, religions, and trade converged. The cities become hubs of knowledge and craftsmanship, flourishing through the encounters along the Silk Road. In 2025, Uzbekistan opens its doors to the world, inviting all to join the great journey where history meets the future. Welcome to Uzbekistan.
Assalomu alaykum, xayrli kun, muhtaram xonimlar va janoblar, aziz mehmonlar, qadrli hamkorlar va bugungi tantanali tadbirimizning ishtirokchilari. Sharqona an'anamizga ko'ra barchangizni samimiy qutlab, jannat makon diyorimizga xush kelibsiz deymiz. Bugun biz sizlar bilan shunchaki oddiy tadbirda emas, balki yirik tarixiy sana Ipak yo'lida turizm Toshkent xalqaro turizm yarmarkasining 30 yillik yubiley tantanasiga jam bo'ldik va bu 30 yillik mehnat, izlanish, hamkorlik va albatta buyuk maqsad yurtimizning sayyohlik salohiyatini dunyoga tanitish yo'lidagi sa'y harakatlarimizning asosidagi ulkan tarixdir. Добрый день, уважаемые дамы и господа. Позвольте сказать вам всем добро пожаловать на благодатную землю солнечного Узбекистана. Мы очень рады видеть вас, мы рады приветствовать вас все здесь на ежегодной, ставшей уже традиционной ташкентской международной туристической ярмарке «Туризм на шелковом пути». И это самое крупное мероприятие в Центральной Азии, объединяющее представителей сферы со всего мира и дающее возможность продемонстрировать туристический потенциал своих стран. И стоит заметить, что в этом году мы отмечаем юбилей 30-летия этой ярмарки. Давайте поаплодируем, дорогие друзья, этому событию. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, esteemed participants and partners of today's ceremonial event. In accordance with our Eastern tradition, we warmly congratulate you all and say welcome to the sunny land of Uzbekistan. Today, we are gathered here not merely for an ordinary event, but for a major historic occasion, the 30th anniversary celebration of the Tashkent International Tourism Fair, Tourism on the Silk Road. And these 30 years represent a remarkable history built on hard work, continuous research, strong cooperation, and of course a great mission promoting our country's tourism potential to the world. Azizlar, ta'kidlash kerak, 1995 yildan buyon Ipak yo'lida turizm yarmarkasi nafaqat O'zbekiston, balki butun Markaziy Osiyo mintaqasi turizm sanoatining eng yirik, eng rang-barang va eng nufuzli tadbirlardan biri sifatida mustahkam imkoniyatlar eshigini ochadi. Va bugungi yubiley nafaqat bosib o'tilgan yo'lga nazar tashlash, balki yangi marralar va kelgusi 30 yil uchun ham katta mas'uliyat va yangi imkoniyatlar eshigini ochadi desak, hech ham xato va mubolag'a bo'lmaydi. Honored participants and distinguished guests of our country, since 1995, the Tourism on the Silk Road Fair has secured a leading position as one of the largest, most vibrant and the most prestigious events not only in Uzbekistan but across the entire Central Asian tourism industry. And today's anniversary isn't only an opportunity to look back at the path we have traveled, but also a moment that opens the doors to new milestones, greater responsibility and new opportunities for the next 30 years. Ana endi aziz mehmonlar, muhtaram xonimlar va janoblar, bugungi tantanali tadbirimizni ochib berish uchun so'z O'zbekiston Respublikasi Turizm qo'mitasi raisi Shadiyev Umid Rustamovichga beriladi. Дамы и господа, слово для открытия нашей сегодняшней ярмарки предоставляется председателю Комитета по туризму Республики Узбекистан Шадиеву Умиду Рустамовичу. Ladies and gentlemen, the floor for the opening of our today's fair is given to the chairperson of the Committee of Tourism of the Republic of Uzbekistan, Mr. Shadiyev Umid Rustamovich.
Katta rahmat. Assalomu alaykum, hurmatli mehmonlar, aziz ishtirokchilar. Ipak yo'lida turizm 30-yubiley Toshkent xalqaro turizm yarmarkasining ochilish marosimiga xush kelibsiz. Toshkent xalqaro turizm yarmarkasi 30 yildan beri xalqaro maydonda mamlakatimizning ijobiy imijini shakllantirishga hamda turizm sohasi vakillarining uchrashishiga munosib hissa qo'shib kelmoqda. Yarmarka ilk bor 1995-yilda BMTning Jahon sayyohlik tashkiloti UMVTO ko'magida o'tkazilgan. O'tgan davr mobaynida dunyoning turli mamlakatlaridan yuzlab yetakchi mutaxassislarni bir maydonga jamlab, global turizm sanoati rivojiga xizmat qilib kelmoqda. Ta'kidlash joizki, yildan yilga yarmarkaning nufuzi ham va ko'lami ham oshib bormoqda. Bu yilgi yarmarkada qatnashish uchun 40 ga yaqin xorijiy davlatlardan yuzlab ishtirokchilar ro'yxatdan o'tgan. Jumladan yarmarkamizga Saudiya Arabistoni, Qatar, Birlashgan Arab Amirliklari, Hindiston, Turkiya, Buyuk Britaniya, Malayziya, Janubiy Koreya, Rossiya, Belarus, Gruziya, Ozarbayjon, Turkmaniston, Tojikiston, Qozog'iston, Qirg'iziston, Xitoy, Chexiya, Germaniya, Pokiston, Ruminiya, Bolgariya, Vengriya, Gollandiya kabi xorijiy davlatlardan mehmonlar tashrif buyurgan. Jami 58 ta turizm sohasi vakillari va hududlar stendlari, shuningdek 65 ta hunarmandlar stendlari qurildi. Mos ravishda bu yilgi yarmarkamizga tashrif buyuruvchilar soni ham keskin ortishi kutilmoqda. Bu yilgi yubiley yarmarkamizning yana bir muhim jihati shundaki, uning doirasida qator yirik tadbirlar tashkil qilinadi. Xususan, Uzayra xalqaro aviatsiya forumi, Delicious Uzbekistan gastronomik festivali, turizm ta'limi forumi, global sayyohlik media kampusi, etno o'yinlar festivali, Islom hamkorlik tashkiloti turizmi forumi o'tkaziladi. Shu o'rinda men Markaziy Osiyo Yevropa ittifoqi formatida birinchi turizm forumini ham aytib o'tmoqchiman. Ushbu tadbirga qatnashish uchun ilk marotaba O'zbekistonga Yevropa ittifoqiga a'zo 20 dan ortiq mamlakatlar vakillari kelgan. Bundan tashqari turizm bo'yicha Rossiya O'zbekiston quyi qo'mitasining 3-yig'ilishi va iqtisodiy hamkorlik tashkiloti turizm bo'yicha maslahat qo'mitasining 1-yig'ilishini o'tkazmoqdamiz. Hurmatli do'stlar, 3 kun davomida sizlar turli davlatlarning milliy stendlari ishtirokida ko'rgazmalar, dunyoga mashhur ekspertlar bilan forum va sessiyalar, xalqaro oshpazlar mahorat darslari va gastrobozor, shuningdek O'zbekistonning boy amaliy san'at namunalarini namoyish etuvchi hunarmandlar ko'rgazmasi va boshqa ko'plab qiziqarli tadbirlarda ishtirok etasiz. Boshqa stendlar qatorida ishtirokchilar uchun O'zbekistonning barcha hududlarida yaratilayotgan yangi turizm manzillarining salohiyati bilan yaqindan tanishish imkoniyati bo'ladi. An'anaga muvofiq bu yil ham ko'plab B2B uchrashuvlarni tashkil etib, yangi hamkorlik aloqalarini yo'lga qo'yish faol davom ettiriladi. Aziz mehmonlar, bugun biz siz bilan O'zbekiston turizm sektorida chuqur va keng qamrovli tizimli islohotlar yanada jadal davom etayotgan bir paytda yig'ilib turibmiz. So'nggi yillarda davlatimiz rahbari hurmatli Shavkat Mirziyoyev rahnamoligida turizm sohasining har bir jabhasida ulkan o'zgarishlar amalga oshirildi va yuksak natijalarga erishildi. Ushbu sektor milliy iqtisodiyotning strategik tarmog'i sifatida belgilandi va O'zbekiston 2030 milliy strategiyasi doirasida turizm rivojlanishining ustuvor yo'nalishlaridan biri deb tan olindi. 100 ga yaqin davlat fuqarolari uchun vizasiz rejim joriy etilgan. 1200 dan ortiq yangi sayyohlik infratuzilmasi obyektlari, ya'ni mehmonxonalar, yangi sayyohlik hududlari barpo etildi. 100 dan ziyod yangi sayyohlik yo'nalishlari tashkil qilindi. Bu sa'y-harakatlar albatta o'z mevasini bermoqda. 2024-yilda mamlakatimizga kelgan xorijlik sayyohlar soni 10 million nafarga yetdi. Biz bu bilan cheklanib qolmayapmiz. 2030-yilda ushbu ko'rsatkichni 20 millionga yetkazish bo'yicha ishlar olib borilmoqda. Bugun O'zbekiston yirik turizm destinatsiya va global hamkorlik maydoniga aylanish yo'lida dadil qadam tashlamoqda. Yaqinda hurmatli prezidentimiz tomonidan imzolangan O'zbekiston Respublikasi Turizm qo'mitasi faoliyatini tashkil etish va turizm sohasini jadal rivojlantirish chora-tadbirlari to'g'risidagi qarori ushbu yo'nalishdagi sa'y-harakatlarimizni yangi kuch bilan yanada jadallashtirishga katta turtki beradi. Hurmatli ishtirokchilar, O'zbekistonda va butun mintaqada turizm sektorida hamkorlikni imkoniyatlari nihoyatda keng va hali to'liq ishga solinmagan. Ishonchim komilki, Ipak yo'lida turizm 30 Toshkent xalqaro turizm yarmarkasi nafaqat yurtimiz, balki butun Markaziy Osiyo mintaqasida turizm sanoatini rivojlantirish, xalqaro hamkorlik geografiyasini yanada kengaytirish yo'lidagi muhim maydon bo'lib xizmat qiladi. Barchangizga samarali uchrashuvlar, foydali muzokaralar va unutilmas taassurotlarni tilab qolaman. E'tiboringiz uchun rahmat.
Уважаемые гости, участники нашего сегодняшнего мероприятия, ни для кого не секрет, что одним из самых близких, братских народов для узбекского народа являются наши соседи, народ Таджикистана. И с большим удовольствием я приглашаю на сцену председателя комитета по развитию туризма.
Hozirda esa Tojikiston Respublikasi vakili janob Jumaxonzodani taklif etamiz ushbu sahnaga. Hurmatli xonimlar va janoblar, Tojikiston vakili janob raisga, janob Jamshidga so'z beriladi. Rahmat. Hurmatli xonimlar va janoblar, hurmatli do'stlar, birinchi galda men minnatdorchiligimni bildirmoqchiman O'zbekiston do'stlarimizga, O'zbekistondagi akalarimizga va shunday turdagi ajoyib bir tadbirda ushbu davlatda menga so'z berganingiz uchun minnatdorchilik bildiraman. Bu juda ham ajoyib shahar, Toshkent shahri va albatta Toshkent xalqaro turistik yarmarkasida qatnashganimdan men juda ham mamnunman. Albatta men O'zbekistondagi akalarimni ham tabriklamoqchiman. 30 yillik ushbu tadbirni 30 yillik nishonlanishi bilan tabriklamoqchiman va shunday turdagi yarmarkalarni tadbiri albatta O'zbekistondagi turistik salohiyatni ko'rsatish uchun juda ham yaxshi imkoniyat yaratadi. Shuni aytishimiz kerakki, oxirgi yillar ichida Markaziy Osiyo davlatlari hukumatlari turizmga juda ham muhim e'tiborni qaratishadi va turistik sektorlarni rivojlantirishadi va Tojikiston hukumati ham barcha o'zini strategik hujjatlarida turistik sektorni ustuvor yo'nalish deb belgiladi va davlat iqtisodiyotiga ta'sir ko'rsatuvchi kuch deb biladi. Va albatta turizm bu nafaqatgina biznes to'g'risida, bu nafaqatgina iqtisodiyot to'g'risida, bu imkoniyatdir. Ya'ni boshqa davlatlar madaniyatlarini tanish bir imkoniyati hisoblanadi va shu orqali yangi do'stona munosabatlarni yaratishga yordam beradigan bir tadbir hisoblanadi. Shuning uchun biz bunday imkoniyatdan foydalanamiz.
За последние годы приняты очень важные меры поддержки для туристической отрасли Республики Таджикистан. Таджикистан, как вы знаете, известен в первую очередь своими уникальными природными данными, также своей историей, культурой, и что, конечно, привлекает очень много туристов. Но здесь я хотел бы отметить, что то, что наши узбекские братья сегодня и за последние годы организовывают, это дает пользу не только непосредственно самому Узбекистану, но всем странам региона. Потому что это для нас возможность показать и представить туристический потенциал стран Центральной Азии. И сегодня, выступая здесь, я хотел бы призвать все субъекты сферы туризма воспользоваться этой возможностью, воспользоваться проведением данной выставки, организацией B2B встреч, для того, чтобы укрепить наши связи и развивать туристический потенциал и наладить совместные турпакеты для того, чтобы действительно воспользоваться этим потенциалом и чтобы все страны нашего региона от этого выиграли и побольше туристов мы смогли бы привлечь в наши страны. Еще раз хотел бы поздравить и поблагодарить наших узбекских братьев за возможность представить туристический потенциал Республики Таджикистан и за участие. Спасибо большое.
Спасибо большое вам, господин Джумахонзода. Благодарим вас за теплые слова и искренние пожелания. Дорогие друзья, уважаемые участники нашей ярмарки, как всем известно, теплые дружеские отношения и культурно-экономические связи между узбекским и русским народами берут свое начало много веков назад. И сегодня всестороннее сотрудничество между Узбекистаном и Россией продолжает динамично развиваться, а двусторонние отношения поднимаются на новый уровень. И теперь позвольте пригласить на сцену для приветственного слова заместителя министра экономического развития Российской Федерации господина Дмитрия Сергеевича Вахрукова. Ladies and gentlemen, the floor is given to the Deputy Minister of Economic Development of Russian Federation, Mr. Dmitry Vakhrukov.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, colleagues and friends, on behalf of the Ministry of Economic Development of Russia, let me wholeheartedly congratulate you with the opening of one of the biggest in Central Asia touristic fairs. Uzbekistan becomes more and more noticeable on a touristic map, all thanks to the active efforts of Uzbek government when it comes to promotion of tourist infrastructure and the work of our friends and colleagues from relevant authorities of Uzbekistan. Last year, I know you had a number of reforms in touristic sector, put forward some ambitious tasks, and we believe that the aim of 20 million of foreign tourists coming to this region is quite feasible and realistic because you have a sincere attitude towards your friends and guests. We have very close cooperation in different spheres, especially in tourism. We expand the geography of flights and the volumes of our touristic exchanges. It's ever growing. This year, we forecast more than 1 million of Russian tourists coming to Uzbekistan, and they come not only to see traditional destinations, but some other places, the hidden gems of Uzbekistan, and we definitely have a mutual interest. Dear friends, so another exhibition, the anniversary exhibition, it's a chance not only to demonstrate potential of Uzbekistan and other countries, but also to exchange experience and new technologies, which is very relevant. As for today, we have new touristic products that would be based on the accumulated natural and cultural heritage, and our tourists are changing, and we should be tourist oriented and adapt our products for our modern tourists. We have many interaction formats, and we find common grounds and future potential. I wish all participants, organizers, a very successful and productive work, and be happy, and I wish you sound health. Thank you for your sincere words.
Hurmatli ishtirokchilar,
Dear participants, Uzbekistan is also collaborating with Kazakhstan Republic, not only within the economic sector, but also in the tourism sector. And among the countries, we have certain programs in tourism sector and many other, and we have certain reforms related to that, and we should have to say that it's related to both countries. And now the floor is given to the representative of the Kazakhstan Republic, Mr. Karimbayev Nurtas Karimovich. The floor is yours, the chairman of the Tourism Industry Committee of the Republic of Kazakhstan.
Assalomu alaykum. Hurmatli
Good day, dear guests, dear friends, Mr. Umid Rustamovich, dear ladies and gentlemen.
коллеги, разрешите
Dear colleagues, on behalf of the Ministry of Tourism and Sport, I would like to show my gratitude for invitation to this fair. This is a professional platform where we can exchange our experience and also meet new partners, but also it's a good opportunity to show the potential of the whole Central Asian region. It's an additional step to form the tourist environment. And on the 7th consultative meeting of the Central Asian countries, we also was noted, as the leader of our state mentioned, we have to combine our efforts and more effectively coordinate the tourist policy. We have unique heritage. It's a Silk Road that connect our countries historically and also geographically. So we already have some results of mutual cooperation. A good example is the tourist train that connects the key cities of Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. More than 800 tourists already use it, and such projects can demonstrate what can be achieved when we work together. We believe the strengthening of cooperation within countries of Central Asia in the field of tourism will open new horizons for sustainable development, the growth of the mutual tourist flows, and also strengthening our friendship within our countries. And such events as today will also lead to achieve our goals, mutual goals. With this regard, wish to all participants fruitful discussions, new meetings, and also inspiration for new projects. Thank you very much.
Aziz mehmonlar, bilamizki, aynan hunarmand
Dear friends, we know that
va bizni mamlakatimizga tashrif
handcrafting is also developing historically in Uzbekistan, and on this behalf, I should have to mention that every tourist or every visitor here today, they can get certain handcrafted products from Uzbekistan. And now I will give the floor to Mr. Rasuljan Mirzahmedov Turg'unbayevich,
the chairman of Hunarmand Association, Rasuljon Mirzahmedov.
Assalomu alaykum, hurmatli.
Good day. Dear participants of this event, dear guests, I welcome you all here. As Mr. Mirzahmedov mentioned, with the attention of our president, on an annual basis, our tourism sites are developing, as well as the new events are happening related to the tourism. In addition to that, the handcrafting is also developing in Uzbekistan, so we can sell our products, and those kind of events are showcasing all of those efforts. And within this today's exhibition, there are more than 10 countries from Russia, from Kazakhstan, from Kyrgyzstan, from many other countries as well. They are showing their works and their products, and it shows that it also says that each of those handicraft, they are showing their skills, they are showing their manners of doing things. So thank you so much for your attention. Thank you, Mr. Rasuljan Turg'unbayevich. Dear guests, we should have to mention that today within our expo, we have the representatives of Azerbaijan Republic. They are the partners for us, and for us this is we are very proud of it. And in addition to that, we are very glad to have our historical ties with Azerbaijan, our friendship relations, and we have similar history as well. And that's why we will give the floor to the chairperson of tourism agency from Azerbaijan, Mr. Kenan Guluzadeh.
Tourism Agency of Azerbaijan, Mr. Kenan Guluzadeh.
Hörmətli xanımlar və bəylər, hörmətli cənab Ümid Şadiyev, assalamu alaikum. I would like to congratulate all of us on the occasion of the beginning of the next tourism celebration here in our lovely Uzbekistan, in the hospitable city of Tashkent. As usual, Azerbaijan participates in the Tashkent International Tourism Fair. We are pleased to note that this year the Azerbaijan Tourism Board is an official partner of the exhibition. I would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate the Tashkent International Tourism Fair on its 13th anniversary. Over the past 3 decades, the fair has played an important role in promoting regional cooperation, showcasing tourism potential and connected industry professionals from across the world. This platform is very useful for enhancing ties both with our Uzbek brothers and with partners in the region in general. More than 50,000 Uzbekistan citizens visited Azerbaijan during the 10 months of 2025, which is 36% more than last year. However, these numbers do not reflect the exciting rich potential of mutual travel dynamics. We believe that the increases in direct flights between the cities will lead to an additional growth in tourism flow. In addition, we intend to expand the promotion of Azerbaijani tourism products in the Uzbek market. Earlier, with our Uzbek friends, we implemented several projects on Silk Road tourism, winter tourism, joint promotion and marketing, including mutual visits of tourism industry members and media representatives. No doubt these projects have been successful, so we consider it important to continue them in the future. Azerbaijan and Uzbekistan successfully collaborated in tourism field within the framework of international organizations such as UN Tourism, the Organization of Turkish States, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, Economic Cooperation Organization, and others. Cooperation between our countries is often cited as an indicator of friendship, brotherhood, and solidarity. The Tashkent Fair's theme holds great significance. The Silk Road has always provided communication between the countries and peoples through whose territory it passed. Now we consider the Silk Road both as a major transport artery and as a unique brand under which different tourism products are created. Once more, I congratulate everyone on the start of Tashkent International Tourism Fair. I thank the organizers again for the invitation and wish you all the best. Dikkatinize göre çok sağ olun. Teşekkürler.
Thank you, Mr. Golzadeh, for your welcome remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, the Secretary General of United Nations World Tourism Organization, Ms. Sharif Al-Nawais, has sent us the video message on the occasion of the beginning of the 30th Jubilee Tashkent International Tourism Fair, Tourism on the Silk Road 2025. In this case, I would like to draw your attention to the screen. Aziz mehmonlar, ayni damda diqqatingizni uchun aynan bizda video tabrik bor. Turizm tashkiloti, Jahon turizm tashkiloti bosh kotibi Shayxa Al-Nawais xonim bizga aynan mana shu tabrikni yo'llaganlar. Ekrandan tomosha qilishingizni so'raymiz.
Bringing together partners from across Central Asia, Southeast Asia, and Europe. The participation of so many nations reflects the growing global momentum behind this region and the shared belief in its future. I truly wish I could have been there with you in person. Uzbekistan holds an important place in the work I will begin when I assume office in January. And I look forward to visiting Tashkent soon to deepen our collaboration. But I also want to acknowledge the wider community gathered here, from Kazakhstan and Georgia to South Korea, Thailand, Indonesia, Azerbaijan, the Czech Republic, and others, all contributing to a powerful rising tourism ecosystem. Central Asia is experiencing exceptional momentum. The region is reconnecting with the world in new ways through increased air links, modernized infrastructure, streamlined visa policies, a renewed focus on culture preservation. Over the past few years, we have seen consistent growth in arrivals across the region, Countries like Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan have expanded their visitor numbers significantly. Georgia has become one of Europe's fastest growing destinations, and South Korea continues to be one of Asia's strongest outbound markets, bringing enormous potential for meaningful partnerships across this region. What makes this rise so compelling is not only the numbers, it is the identity behind them. Tourism here is deeply tied to heritage, community, and continuity. Central Asia is home to some of the world's most extraordinary cultural assets. The ancient cities of the Silk Road, the traditional crafts and music, the nomadic heritage of the steppe, the mountains of Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan that stretches from the Caspian to the Tian Shan. These are not passive attractions, they are strengths that resonates with today's travelers who increasingly seek meaning, authenticity, and connection, not just scenery. Across the region, culture is not curated behind glass. It is lived, shared, and carried through generations. At the same time, countries represented here have taken bold steps to modernize their tourism landscapes. High-speed rail networks in Uzbekistan, expanding air connectivity in Kazakhstan, strong hospitality development across Georgia, new tourism zones in Azerbaijan, and digital transformation efforts across Southeast Asian partners. All of these signal a region preparing for a new era of sustainable, diversified tourism. As I prepare to assume office in January, I want to be very clear about my commitment to each of you. My mandate will focus on strengthening regional connectivity, accelerating investment into tourism infrastructure, and helping destinations diversify their offerings. From cultural heritage and rural tourism to digital experiences and nature-based travel, we will support workforce development so that communities benefit directly from tourism's growth. And we will work closely with governments across Central Asia, Southeast Asia, and Europe to advance policies that make travel more seamless, sustainable, and resilient. Just as importantly, I intend to elevate the voice of this region on the global tourism stage. The Silk Road is not only a historic corridor, it's a modern bridge of opportunity. And I want the world to see the potential that all of you are building here. This is what makes this gathering so important. It shows how nations with distinct histories are building a shared future through tourism. A future where connectivity strengthens resilience, where partnerships create new opportunities, where culture is not only protected but actively shapes economic growth. For us at the UN Tourism, the rise of Central Asia, supported by partners across Asia and Europe, reflects a global truth. When culture, connectivity, and community development move together, tourism becomes a strategic force for prosperity. Uzbekistan is leading an important part of this story by hosting today's fair. But the story belongs to the entire region. Its ambition, its creativity, and its commitment to transforming tourism into a driver of opportunity for all. I look forward to working closely with each of you, supporting your efforts and ensuring that the Silk Road continues to inspire travelers and the global tourism community for many years to come. Thank you.
Благодарим госпожу Шайхбаль Наваес за видеообращение ко всем участникам и гостям нашей ярмарки. И переходим к долгожданной части нашей церемонии. Приглашаем организаторов и наших почетных гостей на символическую церемонию разрезания красной ленточки. Ladies and gentlemen, participants of our event, the long-awaited moment is approaching. I would like to invite our respected official to the stage to announce the fair is open and to hold the ceremonial ribbon cutting ceremony. Shadiyev Umid Rustamovich, Muradullayev Dilshod Bahadirovich, Mirza Ahmedov Rasuljon Turg'unbayevich, Jumaxonzoda Jamshid Jo'raxon, Bakhrukov Dmitriy Sergeyevich, Nurtaz Galimович Karibayev и господин Kenan Guluzadeh. Aziz mehmonlar, ayni damda uzoq kutilgan onlarni e'lon qilamiz. Yarmarkani ochiq deb e'lon qilish uchun hamda tantanali lenta kesish marosimini o'tkazish uchun hurmatli mas'ullarimizni sahnamizga taklif etdik. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to give the big round of applause. So if our officials are ready, we would like to count down 1, 2, 3. Аплодисменты, дорогие друзья! Алкышларинgiz! 30-я юбилейная Ташкентская международная туристическая ярмарка «Туризм на шелковом пути 2025» объявляется открытой. Мы поздравляем всех с этим и на протяжении предстоящих 3 дней желаем всем вам плодотворного и успешного сотрудничества. Aziz mehmonlar, demak, hayajonli lahzalarni ortda qoldirib, Ipak yo'lida turizm 30-chi Toshkent xalqaro turizm yarmarkasi ochiq e'lon qilindi. Мы просим наших организаторов и почетных гостей сфотографироваться на память. Va barchangizga yarmarka
We would ask our guests please come on the stage for the group photo.
zafarlar tilab qolamiz. Kuningiz xayrli o'tsin, xonimlar va janoblar. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, leaving the exciting moments behind, we have just declared the Tashkent International Tourism Fair, Tourism on the Silk Road 2025 open, and we wish you great success in reaching mutually beneficial agreement during the fair. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your attention. Здравствуйте, вам что? Да.
Я вот